What is fifth wave emo? Genre classification can be confusing, which is why when I come across genres that I don't quite understand, I want us to learn about them together. And the waves of emo have been quite confusing to me. So I asked my friend and emo expert, playlist curator extraordinaire, Kelsey from the Yellow Button, to come help explain it to me.
Hey Robbie, so glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Kelsey, for helping explain this to us. Whenever I look up fifth wave emo, all I really can find out about it is that it started in the late 2010s and it's the most recent wave of emo. How else would you describe it?
If I had to break it down, fifth wave emo is essentially this new era of bands experimenting heavily with their sounds within the emo scene. Some of the sounds coming out of the fifth wave right now are some bedroom emo, post-emo, some singer-songwriter stuff, and even some scrams. This wave seems to be super broad when it comes to hearing a specific sound, but it does still have a lot of that DIY feel to it.
Okay, so it's probably better to look at it more of like an umbrella term to encompass a bunch of subgenres, kind of like we use classic rock to describe anything from psychedelic rock to hair metal from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely not meant to be taken seriously and can even be used by bands to niche themselves down.
And since fifth wave emo is so broad, what of the most popular albums in the genre would you recommend somebody starting out in emo?
Such a good question. I think some of my favorites right now is Home Is Where's newest album, The Wailer. Or even Scared, That's All There Is by Ben Quad. Both of these albums are super twinkly, have lots of screaming, and they both encompass that heavy emo sound that's pretty well loved today.
I haven't actually listened to either of these albums, so I'm gonna have to go listen to them and come back. Okay, I'm back, and I love these albums. Ben Quad's album, I think, is a better starting place for people who don't really understand emo as well. It has a lot of the classic foundational building blocks of what emo is. Whereas The Wailer by Home Is Where, I think, is a great unexpected exploration into the experimentation in fifth wave emo. Having a country influence is just absolutely incredible, and I loved it. Based on the difference in the monthly listeners, I'm actually afraid to say mine now because I'm afraid they're not actually fifth wave emo, but if I were to give recommendations, I would go with Somewhere City by Origami Angel, or the first Glass Beach album by Glass Beach.
So I'll try to make this quick, but I actually have never listened to either of these albums. I think both of these albums have such opposite sounds, but it's also really fun to hear at the same time. Origami Angel's sound is your classic noodly and angsty emo. However, Glass Beach is the complete opposite, and they're a little bit more theatrical, a bit poppy, and have some emo influences sprinkled in there just a little bit.
I don't think I have any for this category, but I know you probably do because you have so much knowledge on fifth wave emo. But if somebody was already into fifth wave emo and they're looking for some hidden small gems, who do you think they should check out?
Okay, super speed round for this. We have M-Way, Tiny Voices, Aren't We Amphibians, Palette Knife, Summer Breeze, and then lastly, Brown Maple.